Hello everyone, it's Danielle with the Victorious Planner and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be unboxing my September She Reads Truth subscription box. But before we open this up and look at another beautiful study book, I did want to quickly mention that I'm filming this video the day before we're about to start the Hosea study book from She Reads Truth. This study book, if you have watched my unboxing videos before, this was in the August She Reads Truth subscription box. So you can no longer get this book in the subscription box, but I will link the information below because as long as it's not sold out, you can still purchase this study book on their website just in case you are interested in this one. But the community will start reading it together on September 20th, which is tomorrow, which once I get this video ready and posted on YouTube, we probably will have already started this one. But let's dig into the September box, and this box is going to be including the study book on Acts. Acts, A-C-T-S. I feel like I'm saying that a little bit weird, but that's the study book that we will go into after we finish Hosea. So it is still September, and so if you want to start a subscription and you want to start it in September, you could still get this box in the mail. So as long as you start your subscription before the month is over, you will be sent this study book. So just in case you're interested as we open this up and take a look. So I love that they give you these little cards with a little bit of information. It looks like we will be starting this study book on October 4th. And this one, wow, this one will be a 6-week study, it looks like. So a little bit longer. And then, and then down here, it even shows your next 3 subscription boxes, which books will be included. So the October box will have a study book called One Another. November's will have the Advent. So their Advent studies are amazing. I will link either above or below. I'll link last year's unboxing video for their Advent study. And I would highly recommend, if you ever want to try out this subscription, I would highly recommend doing it now, or at least, in the month of October, so that you can make sure that you'll get the Advent study book. They usually do sell out, but if you are already subscribed before November, you will be guaranteed to get one of those. So just a tip. And then in December, it looks like we'll be getting the book of John. That actually makes me really excited too, because John is my personal favorite book in the Bible. So that is awesome. Okay, let's take a look at this book, and I can already feel it is a thicker book. Of course, being a 6-week study. And just for comparison, since I have it out, Hosea is a 2-week study book. So take a look at the difference in the size. So 2 weeks worth of study, 6 weeks worth of study. So, and from my experience, you get a variety. Some studies are shorter, like the 2 weeks, some are 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I'm trying to remember if I've had one that was 6 weeks long. This might be the longest one that I've had, but I did pause my subscription, or canceled my subscription for quite a few months over the end of spring and then into summer, and just recently restarted it. So I could have missed some of the bigger ones. Another thing about She Reads Truth study books, and since I have another one out, they always have a little tag on the bottom for kind of the group. So minor prophets, Hosea is part of the minor prophets, so it's labeled that way. And then this one has the label of church history. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat on this book is that it has a different textured cover. So I'm not quite sure how to explain it. So it's definitely more paper feel, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's some dots and things throughout, it's textured. So it has a different feel. Every other one of their study books were like the last one, Hosea, it's a soft touch cover. So different feel on this one, which I'm kind of liking, mix it up a little bit. I hope they don't get rid of the soft touch covers altogether though, because I do love those. Okay, so very simple cover, Acts. Let's open this up and take a look. And I love, I've pointed this out before, but I love at the beginning of their books, they have a place where you can write in, you know, this book belongs to, and then the start date, which I particularly like, just so I can go back through my study books and see when I've started them. Also, if you just get a study book or want to get other study books and don't necessarily care about following along with the community, you can personally write in whatever date you decide to do the study. All right, and then a letter from the editor. I love that they include these. I read them every time just to get a little more of the heart and the background behind the particular study that that I'm about to do. And then the design on purpose, I just love. And every one of their books is absolutely gorgeous, but they all have a different design or a different theme. And I love that. And you can read a little bit about why they picked the particular design or theme for this study book. And then they always do a good job of laying out kind of instructions or tips on what the book will be like. So you have your scripture reading days. You have this one, looks like it'll have reflection questions. Every week, at the end of the week, you have a grace day and a weekly truth day. And then there's always extras in these She Reads Truth study books, which I just love. And the extras they're different based on what study you're doing. Sometimes they're, share a little bit more of biblical history. Sometimes they'll share hymns and songs. Sometimes, like that last year's Advent one, they shared recipes, which I love. So yeah, super fun. And then of course you have your table of contents. It lays out each of the weeks of the study. And this one, of course, we have some multiple pages. And I'm seeing this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes, I just said how I love recipes. And it looks like we're going to have 2 in this book. Cast iron cornbread and 1 pot chili. And that is perfect for fall. Oh my goodness. Thank you, She Reads Truth. Speaking my language. Awesome. And then we have a key verse. This looks like some background, the timeline, a little background, the message and purpose, giving thanks for the book of Acts. Awesome. Groups and places in Acts. This is really cool. And see, this is one of the extras I'm talking about. Like, it just gives you more information to go along with as you're studying. Key themes in Acts. And then day 1. And every study book, they're laid out similar, but they have different layouts sometimes. And like, ooh, this is awesome. So you don't necessarily always get a full page of notes, but that's really cool. And then day 2, notes. Okay, so it looks like during the week, they're going to give you notes. And then maybe our reflection questions might be at the end of the week. So there's day 3 notes. Day 4 and our notes page. Day 5. And this one has just some extra area for notes on the last page. And then here we go, week 1 reflection. So this is where your reflection questions will happen. And again, as I mentioned, with every book being a little different, sometimes you have reflection questions every day, sometimes at the end of the week. And sometimes I've had a couple study books where it didn't really have that. But I like that it mixes it up. So sometimes you're answering questions. Sometimes you can just write or just, hear what the Lord's telling you without having any questions or anything. And then we have our grace day. You can catch up or, go over everything again. And then our weekly truth. And then you start the next week. So we'll just kind of, at a more fast pace, continue to flip through the rest of this book. Look at that picture. Gorgeous. Oops. Oh, look at that. There's a bookmark stuck in the middle of this. That is awesome. Key themes in Acts. And this bookmark is the same texture and feel as the cover of the book. So that is awesome. I love using bookmarks. So I will definitely use that as we go through this study. And here was the cast iron cornbread recipe. That looks so good. My husband loves cornbread and chili, so he will be very excited. All right, very beautiful book. I am excited for this one. Ooh, is that our other recipe? Yes, our one pot chili. That looks good. This is looking, I like, they put an egg on it. It's looking a little different. Optional toppings. Okay, might have to try that. Okay. Awesome. And then as we get to the end, there is something I usually point out, I think, in probably every one of these unboxing videos. But I just love it, so I want to point it out, especially, you know, if this is your first She Reads Truth unboxing video that you're watching. At the very end, they have a page that's called For the Record, and you can take some extra notes about where you did the study, what you were listening to during this season of life that you did this study. When did you study? What was happening while you went through this study? How, this one says, how did I find delight in God's words? So just kind of like a little recap. And then what was happening in the world while you were doing this study? And then the end date. So at the beginning of the book, you have your start date, and at the end, you can write in your end date. All right, there it is, the beautiful book of Acts, the study book for Acts. And I love that it surprised me with a bookmark. And then, of course, our little informational card. All right, well, real quick, you guys, the subscription box does cost $20. You get one every month. There are usually a couple times a year where you will get 2 study books in your box, but most of them will just include 1 study book. There is tax and shipping tacked onto the $20. So I believe my price per month is like $26 and some change. I say my price because depending on where you're located, yours could be a little higher or lower based on the shipping cost for you. And then also, I do want to encourage you to download the She Reads Truth app. Now, you can, whether you subscribe to the subscription box or not, you can download their app. You can use it for Bible reading, and there are some free Bible plans on there. Or you can subscribe to the app alone, which is $2.99. And so then you could follow along with these studies just on the app. But if you want to follow along in the book, you can either purchase them randomly as studies come out, or you can subscribe to the subscription box. So I will link all of the information below in case you want to check it out. Comment below if you have any questions. I would love to try to help. And let me know, do you guys participate in these studies? Have you tried any of their study books before? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.